Climate change is wreaking havoc, and there's an urgent need to help island communities at risk of being submerged by rising waters. That was the stark warning today from the leader of the tiny Pacific island of Niue as regional leaders gathered for their annual summit. Phil Mercer reports.
Amid the warmth of a South Pacific welcome, there was a warning that climate change was causing havoc to island states. As regional leaders gathered for their annual summit, they were told that rising sea levels were threatening exposed coastal communities and that shifting weather patterns, including more frequent cyclones, were already causing problems. Small Pacific nations account for a fraction of global greenhouse gas emissions, but scientists have calculated they could well feel the full force of a warming planet. Among those most at risk are some of the world's lowest lying islands, such as Kiribati, Vanuatu and parts of Papua New Guinea. Environmentalists hold grave concerns for tiny Tuvalu. There are grim predictions that it will be uninhabitable within the next 50 years, and locals have complained that erosion from floods and rising tides have been stealing the land from under their feet. The Pacific Islands Forum is being urged by campaigners to look at urgent measures to help vulnerable communities. The Prime Minister of Niue, which is hosting the event, said regional leaders should act before a human catastrophe occurs. Health and economic reform are also on the agenda in this isolated corner of the South Pacific. Concerns about a return to democratic rule in Fiji have been debated too, more than 18 months after a military coup. Fiji's army chief Frank Bainimarama is boycotting the Niue summit, claiming that forum members Australia and New Zealand have interfered in his country's domestic affairs. Phil Mercer, BBC News, Sydney.